I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody. About a year ago I got a generic sports action camera as a gift for my birthday, and turns out it was not all that great. I think it was only about $25 or so. It was either purchased off of eBay or Amazon, and the quality of it was just not that great. I think it was more of an issue with the camera's firmware, but it claimed to be a 1080p action camera, but the best video it could shoot was like 640 by 480, like 15 frames per second. Colors weren't all that great. It was awful. So I ended up parting it out, getting a few things out of it. Like, for example, this is the lens off of it, and the battery, which I have around here somewhere. Here it is. Battery, which is I think a 900 milliamp hour battery. But anyways, today we're going to be unboxing a different generic action camera, or a GoPro knockoff. This is a DBPOWER 4K action camera. It claims to be a 4K camera. It can supposedly do 4K video at 25 frames per second. I'm more interested in 1080. But yeah, if it can actually do 4K really well, that's pretty cool as well. But first thing we'll notice is apparently they're offering like a buy one get one free offer on this thing. I only paid about, I think, $30 for this thing on Amazon. So we're going to unbox it and see, just have an initial look at it. Now, the difference between this one and the previous one is the reviews on this one. I actually purchased this one myself. The reviews actually were very good. And people had posted sample videos and sample photos on Amazon from this device, and they were very pleased about it. So we pull the shrink wrap off. If you look at the manufacturer, Shenzhen HD King Electronics Company, straight out of China. You know, China's the king country of knockoffs. You get this rather nice box. This is the DBPOWER D2, I think. Got the big D2 in the front of the box. So you can see here, claims it can do 4K video at 25 frames per second. Not exactly 30, but 25. Has built-in Wi-Fi and is waterproof down to 30 meters, supposedly. So when you open the box, this is what you get. And if you look here inside the box, it says thank you for choosing DBPOWER products, and they have a email address you can contact them at for feedback or whatnot. And this is the inside of the box. You have the camera itself, and also this remote control. Well, let's see here. Well, of course, everything wants to fall out. The camera is already packed inside of its watertight case. And for those of you who watch my videos on Cube Comp MTDX, may be like, oh, that'd be a great weather case camera. Well, there's a reason why I don't use watertight sports cameras for filming thunderstorms and stuff. It's because the audio is not that great, because the camera is the microphone is usually sandwiched inside of this case. But I do have something in mind for Cube Comp MTDX if this camera works out to be a decent device, to where it can replace my existing Midland XTC camera. So inside here we have, well, let's see if I can get this off of here. Yeah, gotta figure it out. You pull up on this latch, And it opens right up. Or should. It's probably real tight because it's been closed for a while. Yep. It's got a good tight gasket on the case. I like that. Now what's real interesting, if I can find what I've done with it, is I wonder if the accessories that came with this other sports camera I bought last year, I wonder if they'll work with this camera, like the attachments, the case, the watertight case, stuff like that. I don't see where I have that stuff sitting at. I got all this crap on my desk. So we'll have to continue on with that later. Because I will say the layout of this device is really dang similar to the generic sports camera I got last year. I mean, the buttons are like in the exact same spot. One thing I'm curious of, well, here's the bottom of it. See if we can get a focus on there. My cameras aren't really wanting to focus on this for some reason. There we are. Kind of awkward for it. I'm going to peel off this protective cover. Now I will say that the lens on this one is different than the one that came on that other camera. So right here you have, looks to be HDMI out, micro USB here, and your micro SD card goes right there. I'm going to finish pulling all this stuff out. So here's the remote control once I can pop it out of its thing. The remote control goes into this strap here and you put it on your wrist. That way if you're biking or doing whatever, and let's say if you have the camera mounted on your helmet or somewhere, you can just press the button. You can press this button here to record and this button here to take a picture, which is pretty cool. For $30, that's not bad, provided it works properly. And they give you a micro USB cable. And here is the manual for this device. And it tells you that it offers a 170-degree viewing angle, wide angle lens, 25 frames per second at a 4K resolution, waterproof down to 30 meters, and the battery, long lasting. That'd be something interesting to check out as well. And I'm also wondering if this battery will work with this device. We'll have to look at that. So when you open the manual, it tells you the first 10 pages are in English. They have 5 different languages in here, of course. And they tell you where everything is located. Like for example, it tells you the microphone is right up here on the side. That is exactly the same location, I think, as that generic sports camera. On the bottom it shows you the battery door, which is exactly the same. Screen, up down buttons, all exactly the same. There's the waterproof housing. It tells you about the select or shutter button, the power or mode button, the latch, and a very, very elementary description of how to mount your camera. And this manual walks you through all the different stuff. Just pause if you want to read this in detail. Try to get everything in the frame here. So this thing claims it can do 4K at 25 frames per second, 2.7K at 30 frames per second. It can do 1080p at either 30 or 60 frames per second. 1080p at 60 frames per second is pretty cool. Because at least in the past, a lot of devices didn't offer that. So one thing I'll probably going ahead and doing is going into the menu and configuring a few things. I know one thing is, I think by default the timestamp is turned on. We'll have to turn that off. And these are the different photo resolutions it offers. And it tells you how to start recording. See, photo mode, burst photo mode, you can do time lapse as well. I think photo time lapse. There's a typo right there. But otherwise, the wording in this manual isn't that bad for something straight out of China. Tells you how to charge the battery. Now here's something interesting: the Wi-Fi function. So you can download. Apparently, you can download the app on your phone. So you download the iSmart DV app to your smartphone or other device from the Google Play or Apple Store. You power on the camera and turn on Wi-Fi, and it gives you a default password. So you can actually operate this thing. look at all the. It's funny on this page. Look at all the China stuff here. That's funny. So apparently, it allows you to. Yeah. So what this device does is it hosts its own little bitty Wi-Fi hotspot to where your device can connect to. That's pretty neat there. And we're that concludes English. Okay, so I have not charged this device yet. I'm gonna grab a micro SD card for it. Okay, so I got this basic little 4 GB micro SD card. It came out of a crap drone that one of my neighbors down the street tossed in the trash. Yeah, it was a piece of garbage. That's why it ended up in the trash. But it had this little micro SD card in it, and of course I already checked to see what was on it, and the video that drone took was just terrible. But again, a little 4 GB micro SD card. I'll go ahead and pop it in to the camera. Be good just for testing. While I was on Amazon, I also picked up 2 32 GB micro SD cards as well. So I'm not sure if this thing will have any battery life on it at all. I mean, or at least the battery's probably not charged. Let's see. Probably not charged at all. Okay, let me pop open this little door here. And what do you know? Here's the battery. Let me pull it out. Battery's probably just needing a charge. What do you know? These two cameras take exactly the same battery. Matter of fact, they look like they came out of the same factory. I want you guys to look at this. The one up top, let me see. Yeah, the one up top was the one that came with that generic sports camera last year. The bottom one is the one that came with this device. I'm curious to see if this battery has any charge on it. Because if it does, we can actually power this thing up and try it out. So this thing's been sitting for quite some time. You know, I'm curious to see how the batteries are with these things. You know, pop the little door back on. See, yeah, given the well, I said to confirm they were the same length. Oh, I just had to pop down a little further. Okay, let's see if this battery has any charge on it. Yes, it does. It's not much. It says it's low, but it does actually have some charge on it. Maybe it'll be enough to get us through a few minutes. So yeah, that sports camera from last year did have a few things to offer. The battery's about freaking dead. But I do have a second battery for this thing, which is pretty sweet. So that's power. Okay, let's cycle through all this stuff here. The only thing is, you know, I'm cycling through the different modes. Only the highest I see here is 1080p, 60 FPS. I'm thinking, I think I know what's going on. It's user error, guys. Trust me. I just unboxed this thing. My first impression already, this is a lot better device than the last one. And that's the thing with these generic cameras, is there's some that are great and there's some that are absolute crap. Really, to be honest, I think the best thing to do is look on, well, the battery's going dead. Well, so much for that. I'm going to have to plug in and let it charge up. Anyways, I think that'll just wrap it up for now. I'll have to do a second follow-up video on this thing later on. But hey, just the first impressions overall, this is going to be a lot better device than the previous generic camera. And it's interesting how similar these things are built. Even the crap ones versus the good ones. I mean, again, same battery, same style battery. Now this one here is a little bit higher capacity. I mean, well, 1050 milliamp hours, that's not too much more than the other one. And I figured, hey, what the heck, let's go and weigh these things. Because while the battery is compatible, I'm curious to see what the real capacity of these things are. Now, it might be something to experiment with my Opus charger, since it can read milliamp hours. Is to charge these things up on my Opus charger and see what. It'd be kind of like the test I did with those Sony lithium-ion cells, those 18650s I harvested recently. But one thing I was going to go ahead and do is weigh these batteries, see how much they weigh. Now, given one of them is, what is it, 900? Yeah, 900 milliamp hours, and the other is 1050. They should be very close in weight, I think. Let this thing calibrate. Okay, so first we'll go ahead and do the battery that came with this camera, this 1050 milliamp hour battery. I'm going to say about 17.6 grams. I know you probably can't see the display. Now for the other one. Oh my gosh, guys. Only 8.6 grams. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking a test on these batteries is in order. Um, 8.6 grams versus 17.6. Yeah, that's a big difference there. I won't be surprised that this thing is a overrated piece of crap. But it's an extra battery. It does actually power up. It actually did power up the camera for a little bit. So I might have to do a little test on these batteries at some point just to see what they can do. So anyways, as far as this camera goes, first impressions after unboxing it, I'm impressed. Now I haven't done any video with it yet, but that'll be something to try out once I get the battery charged up. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well guys, that's it for this one. But it doesn't have to be. There's plenty more videos on the channel to check out. Also, if you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you absolutely hated it, there is the alternative button as well. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And remember to click the bell so that we get notified of all updates. Also, if you're interested in things aside from computers and technology, check out my second channel. It's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about weather, elevators, bicycling, and pretty much whatever else I figure out to upload. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for your support.